Good morning, afternoon, evening, night, whenever the hell you're listening to us. This is Highscussions, and we're your hosts. I'm Paul.
And I'm Sean, and today we are joined with...
I'm Logan, if you can hear me.
Yeah, he's outside. He'll be right back in.
Run out.
So we've got a packed episode for you. Title of it's Highscussions because, we're going to be talking Ohio's recreational coming up in the episode. But let's get it started. Paul, what are you drinking on tonight?
I'm drinking on Penelope Valencia. It's an orange, citrusy flavored bourbon, and it's fantastic.
I am drinking on a 10-year bottle of Wicked Dolphin rum. It's a Florida rum distillery. I've had it on the show before. It's rum. So this will be a fun
Do they do
episode.
theirs with real cane sugar, or is it the fake sugar?
Yeah, so it is type of sugar, Florida grade, a dark brown sugar.
So it's fake
brown
sugar.
Okay. Fermentation, 7-day closed fermentation, distillation of a hybrid copper still with 7-segment column, a cask type of 53-gallon American white oak, once used bourbon cask from Kentucky. Final proof 96, entry proof 124, and it's been aged for 10 years. It has all those fun details on the back, which is badass. This is bottle 464 of 650.
Nice. Logan, if you're there, I know you're drinking what? Woody Ford?
I just finished a bottle of Woodford.
So you just finished the bottle.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a fun episode.
Nice.
All
All right. We've
Well,
got it out of the way. So
why don't we jump into it and roll that intro, and then we'll do everything else afterwards. Save it for the fun time.
Yes, this is recording. Sean, I'm the one editing the podcast right now. Paul and I were listening back to this, and we realized I'm definitely autistic. Anyways, enjoy that intro.
1, 2, 3.
I'm a type 2 civilization hipster.
Jesus is watching you. You're gonna all burn in hell. That's why Antarctica's off limits. It's just a bunch of penguins fucking each other, and it causes a chain reaction. People lose their fucking minds.
Trust me, man, I've seen some shit.
Nice to be in orbit.
Roger, 0G, and I feel fine.
You should probably go get that checked and shove a finger in your bum.
You're laughing, but it's already in there.
And we are back. Logan is back at the cam. Logan, you look like you are wearing a ski mask, and you're about to rob someplace.
The slump god, baby.
Paul, it looks like you stole one of my shirts.
No, I got this from Express. I think I don't remember.
Express.
All right, so this is gonna be a fun episode. We're getting turned up, I guess. But you said something about talking about Ohio's recreational. I honestly, I think it's good now. I think we can go in at Ohio and go in dispensaries.
So don't use this for any get out of jail cards if you get
I'm
caught
sure
in Ohio. But I think it starts January 1st, which this episode will be coming out on the 1st. So little New Year's episode for you.
I'm Googling it.
Okay, Paul's Googling it so nobody gets sent to jail by lighting up inappropriately. You still are not allowed to smoke on federal land. Did you know the United States government owns 28.1% of all land masses?
Oh,
in the United States?
whoa! Sorry, that's awesome.
1%.
Yeah. A lot of government land. Or
So,
federal land.
That's kind of scary, actually. We'll get into that in a second. But Ohioans can start consuming marijuana when the law took effect on December 7th. So we're allowed to go in there now. So yeah, it's legal, bitches.
Nice.
It's legal, bitches.
All right.
I wonder,
is
like,
there
so
smoking
in
age on that?
Ohio, 21. You have to
So
be
now I can-
21.
Well, I still can't smoke on camera, though, right? I can't do that on Twitch because Twitch is dumb.
Nope. If you were on
Um,
Spotify, you could.
The way
Good.
it was explained to me is that, so like some states have separate medical and recreational facilities. So you'll go to one place for medical and a different place for recreational, depending on what your situation is, obviously. And I think in Ohio, they're actually going to have any I don't want to call them a retailer, but like any entity, we'll just say entity that has a license to sell medical
Really?
will also be able to sell recreational, but there's a difference in what's allowed potency wise
Yeah, makes
for someone who has a medical recommendation versus someone who's just coming in to buy rec products.
I did see though you're allowed to grow a decent amount too.
6 plants per individual, up to 12 per house.
So I really want to ask, but I don't know the laws on it. So like, what is it like for now since it's rec? What is it in like other states with guns? Like you can't have them in the same area, or can you? Or
You
like how's that work?
cannot consume or possess cannabis and also possess a firearm.
So even
you
if it's
cannot
legal and you're
carry.
at home, you can get in trouble.
Correct.
Got it. There you go, people. Now you know.
That's
All right.
at least that's my understanding.
So what will be your guys' first purchase as
Ooh.
first timers that have never smoked before?
Yeah, never before in my life. Hold on, wait. Oh, okay. My first purchase, I don't know. If I had to say I'm walking in there and want to get something, I always go. Oh, I would go.
Oh jeez.
Go for some flour and a vaporizer, like a little fucking pen or something that lasts. You know, when I need it for a long time or over a weekend, and something that I could just roll up quick and have some nice tokes.
What about you? What about you, Logan? Are you going to?
If I was trying stuff, I'd probably I would want to do I wonder if they'll do restaurants now. Because I know in
Oh.
other
Yeah, it is.
states where it's legal, they have like cannabis restaurants where they have a chef who prepares like a 3 to 5 course meal, and all of them are infused with cannabis. I would want to do like a fine dining experience like that if
So
I'm trying it.
So you get
we
baked
live
throughout the entire program.
in a foodie kind of epicenter, Logan. Like Columbus and Delaware has some great restaurants. That's gonna happen, and when it does, we're going. As soon as one's built, like I'll fucking schedule it. No shits, no lies.
I feel like that's
Voila.
gonna be chaotic.
It
Let's
would
use
be.
the word chaotic. I think that's a good adjective.
I'll probably have like a good reservation list to it and everything, you know, something like that.
I'd still do it though. I'm gonna do it. I'll figure it out. I'll fucking figure it out, boys.
Have you seen the Salt Bay, the new stuff that they've added to their repertoire of steaks that they offer?
At
The
his
s-
like restaurant.
Yeah, the briefcase
Oh
steak,
yeah, it lights up and everything. I have seen that.
little smoke show. It's like getting bottle service at a club.
How much is that steak though?
It's $1,000. And
It's
everyone that's gotten it has been like, it wasn't filling. It wasn't the best steak I've ever had. He was like, a New York strip is just phenomenal
Just as
compared to that. Yeah.
See, that's sad. But then I have friends that have made Wagyu brisket and Wagyu steaks that they've ordered online and done it themselves, and they're the best things I've ever had in my life. Swear. Order
I've
online.
had really good Wagyu in Frisco, Texas when I was there. And it was at this like 4-star restaurant. Not 4-star. What do you call it?
Yeah, Michelin star, 3-star Michelin,
It was a 2-star.
2-star.
2-star Michelin restaurant there, and it was like $130 Wagyu steak, and it was
130. That's nothing, bro. For
was
like A5
delicious.
is like $700-$800 for like an A5.
I'm pretty sure that you can only get A5 Wagyu in New York.
No, there's a couple places. There's a couple like places that sell A5 that you can go to. I'm not in like I don't know about here in Ohio. Ohio does like mixtures. Like we have a lot of American Black Angus or like mixed with a Wagyu cow or like ones from the area that they
Mhm.
bring over. I guess that's a big thing in like Montana and Wyoming right now is they're doing like this American mixture. There's also obviously like Australian Wagyu and Canadian. There's so many others where they bring cows from Japan that are considered Wagyu cows. And not Kobe, but Wagyu cows, and then they breed them with American, Canadian, Australian, other, bovine. Is it bovine? Other bovine.
Yes, bovine. I'm looking up the A5 thing.
Yeah, I think
but
Kobe
since-
A5 is like that's like $600 like an ounce or something, isn't it?
I have no idea. So one thing though I was thinking about since we've been talking about recreational marijuana in Ohio and food, what's your munchie of choice?
Ooh, Munchos.
Mine's red pepper jelly with cream cheese on a cracker.
Oh yeah, but that's like fancy, bro. We're talking like go to the gas station. What are you grabbing?
A can of smoked oysters. I know it's fucking gross, but goddamn, they're
What
delicious.
is wrong? Why are we friends? Why are we friends? Like, I'm waiting for Logan to be like, what are those Venus sausages? Like barbecue
Yeah.
Venus sausage.
Yeah.
He just opens the can and eats them cold.
I can't do those.
I had a friend that did that shit. Like would eat cold stuff like ravioli. Remember raviolis
Oh, I do the
from
canned
Chef
raviolis
Boy?
that are cold.
Really,
Bro.
Chef Boyardee? You eat it cold?
Yes.
Oh nah, man, I can't do. Logan, would you do that?
Chef Boyardee cold? No,
No,
you belong in an insane asylum.
Yeah,
Wait a
you
second.
should go to hell.
The takeaway from this is, Paul, you cook your Vienna sausages?
Absolutely.
You
don't?
also
I think
cook.
that's
No.
also important to note. Yeah.
No, that's rough, Paul.
No, it's not. You get a bunch of them and you put them in a crock pot, dude. And the barbecue ones, they're the shit. You use neat like fucking.
You're talking
what do you
about
call 'em?
Smokies, and also you're wrong.
Yeah, it's pork.
You eat them cold.
Ain't no way.
No, I
You
ain't
eat those
eating
cold.
those cold. Fuck no. But
And
you're
you
talking
warm-
about Smokies that you put in the crock pot with the barbecue sauce.
Yeah, but you can get Vienna sausages barbecue flavored and do the same thing. I've gone camping where we've done it, and then you put it in a fucking Dutch oven and just put it in there. They gotta get nice and warm. They're pre-cooked.
Greek
And then you
yogurt
fucking-
with honey and a little bit of granola. That's a really good munchie for me.
Mm.
See,
Anything that gets stuck in my teeth when I'm high, that's a no.
listen, we're talking probably a can of Pringles.
Uh-huh.
More than likely the dill pickle ones, because I just think they're really good. That's controversial, of course.
It is controversial.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not a
You know
salt
what
and
else is
vinegar guy?
good? That Paul's brother put me onto is
Oh, don't
Ruffles
say it.
with jalapeno cheddar dip, the Fritos jalapeno cheddar dip.
A fake
doesn't
ass
really good.
cheese.
Yes,
Whizzes?
the fake ass cheese,
cheese.
bro.
The cheese whiz.
Pretty much.
I'm not. Listen, I can build a charcuterie board. You guys know that is a fact,
That
okay?
is a
I can
fact.
do
He
it.
is the cheese man. He is. He knows his stuff.
But when it comes down to just like
He's
a
real
quick,
Gouda at it.
quick snack that you can
I
eat
hate
a
you.
lot of for not a lot of money, I'm not going and building a charcuterie board. It's not
Okay.
happening.
Hey,
No.
some people pay some crazy money for some charcuterie boards for real.
I
Yeah,
know-
that's a fact.
So our company holiday party, they paid $2,300 for a big ass charcuterie board.
See, yeah, that's there's a friend of ours, and his wife does it, and she she made it set up one that was like $9,000 charcuterie. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
I think we should try to mispronounce it as much as we can as every time we say it.
I
Charcuterie.
always say charcuterie. I don't even know.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie board.
Did you just say click glittery?
What did you say?
I'm not gonna say it again.
No, yeah, I
No.
don't know where that came from. You can't really rhyme that a lot. I don't know.
No, you can't. I'm thinking of what like
Charcuterie board.
Charcuterie?
board.
Ooh, charcuterie.
Charcuterie. Charcuterie.
You know what
I like
nobody
that.
ever eats on the charcuterie boards?
Birds. I like that one. What?
Dates. Nobody ever eats the dates.
I would. I eat like everything.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, dates are so good. I don't
Yeah,
know
they're
why. Like, so many people have the wrong impression of dates. But dude, if you like,
They're juicy or thicker raisins.
put dates in with like some peanut butter and some chocolate protein powder and some yogurt and some milk, bro, and blend
it?
that up, you get it's so good, man. It's so good. Like that is my preferred. I guess it'd be more of a
That's a full meal.
smoothie than
That's
a
a meal.
milkshake, but it's good, bro.
That's
So
an
good.
absolute full meal. I mean, dude, you got your carbohydrates, your proteins, your fats, your fiber. That shit's gonna make you toot, fart, and shit.
Not everybody if they have a clean colon, Con.
Clean you right out.
Yeah.
I've been
I mean,
doing
some
the fiber every day. I think that's a bedtime reminder. I think that's what I think that's those snaps I've been sending you. It's definitely the fiber.
absolutely fine. Oh God, that's how you know it's true friendship. When you wake up and
Yeah.
you're on the shitter,
14
and then you open a
Snapchats.
Snapchat from your best friend to him also on the shitter. Like we're synced. Our assholes are synced right now. I think you realize that, right? Women have their periods synced. We get
Yeah,
our
their
shit
shit.
synced. That's
Well,
what
it
happened.
happened. It happened from the car business because we started the shift at the same time. We both had coffee at the same time, and we both shit at the same time.
Yep.
It started in the car business, and then our like this many years removed from the car business, working with each other.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just we're synced. Our
We're synced.
buttholes are connected through a series of pipes and tubes.
So, anyways,
I started
yeah.
blasting.
Dude, I saw something crazy. Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino were talking about on their podcast. I don't know if you guys have seen it. This lady, it's like a clip from the podcast that I saw on TikTok. This lady sent them a request basically to discuss his issue, or this man sent a request to discuss the issue about his wife, right? This lady, his wife, was shitting in the shower, like down the drain.
And stomping on it.
Actually, did
Awful
you see this?
stomping.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see this?
Yes.
You
She
saw the
shit,
Bobby Lee.
let it water over, get soft, and stomp it down the drains. I was like, "Ugh." I'm sorry, what?
Did you see Bobby Lee
Pissing
doing
is one thing.
the AI on TikTok Live?
Wait, what? To do the AI live
So-
on TikTok?
Somehow Bobby Lee and Dylan Francis are promoting Dylan Francis together, and Dylan Francis, you know who Dylan Francis is, right?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Music
Get low. Everyone knows that song.
Yeah.
So they're together. Well, Bobby Lee's doing this like TikTok A live where you're like, thanks for the glizzies. And I guess somebody sent him like 1,000 hot dogs, and he just sat there for like 5 minutes straight, just sucking down glizzies, doing the AI. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the NPC.
That's what I'm
fit,
talking about.
yeah. Why that took over is dumb. Like it's so dumb. It's the dumbest trend, hands down. Like I liked planking on Vine more than this.
Planking was actually
my
pretty fire
gosh.
though. I remember the days.
So have you guys seen? It's on TikTok too. It's a viral video, and it's nothing but on my For You page. And honestly, I think they're hilarious. It's like a video that this guy made of, the dragon from How to Train Your Dragons. He did a redo video, and you just see this fucker dancing with this music, and they use it for everything. And the memes are hilarious. Honestly, they're my whole For You page of just.
I am pulling this up on the stream real quick so you guys can see. You two won't be able to, but this is the Dylan Francis thing that I was talking about.
Why did music videos just turn to absolute shit now?
Anyways, I don't want to show all of that because I'm
I'm
fairly
done.
certain that's a music video for Dylan Francis.
Yeah.
I
That's
definitely think that's what
rough.
that was. But yeah, he was the first beginning of it. He's just sitting there sucking down glizzies. I'm like, all right, fair enough, Bobby Lee.
I love him, and what's his buddy, the redhead comedian?
Andrew
But he-
Santino.
Andrew
Yeah.
Santino. That man's hilarious on live. Like the things that he just comes up with on the whip.
How
Like,
this man hasn't gotten banned and I got bat. Did you see my comment that was removed?
ew. You just said ew.
No. So my buddy Denver, he's Denny does it. So he put a comment on TikTok that was banned and it was just ew. He had it removed.
Ew.
Somebody reported it or the algorithm picked it up. And then I was like, oh, let's test this out. So I put Ewy in, removed. TikTok automatically removed Ewy. And I think what happened is while they were all on vacation for the holidays, I think they just turned the automatic moderator to 100. Everything was getting banned left and right while they were away. Because last year, everyone went on break, and that's when all the nudes and porn came out. Because no moderators were there to flag stuff.
Of course. That's how it goes. We're in that age now. The age of moderation.
There's a state that just came out saying that. Oh no, it wasn't a state. It was a phone service provider. I'm pretty sure it was
T-Mobile.
T-Mobile came
T-Mobile.
out and said they're going to be reviewing all of your texts.
Yep, I'm gonna be
everything.
changing now, Swain. Should.
Yeah,
That's what's
for
gonna happen.
hate speech and everything.
Yeah,
So
I'll
if you
probably
like
go to
hate
AT&T.
speech, sex videos, like they'll review it and then you can get fined by your carrier. The first offense is like $1,000.
Yeah.
I was
I mean,
gonna say
I don't say hate speech or anything, but the thing is if they're using anything similar to TikTok, it's ridiculous. Like every creator, everyone that's an influencer has complained, and they do not give a shit.
I think my biggest question with that is though, like by using their services to transmit your data, haven't they always had permission to do whatever they wanted with that data?
You sign a thing in
Up
the
to and
beginning when you set it up.
including sharing that with authorities?
oh, I'm fucked.
You know what I'm saying?
You're
like,
already
hasn't that
investigated.
always-
You have a warrant
Oh,
for your
dude,
arrest.
you know how many asshole photos have gotten sent to me?
Yeah.
And dick
That's-
pics?
Yeah, I don't know how you do that. I wouldn't have just been open on like anyone can follow me and send me shit on Snapchat.
No,
That's a no-go.
it's not Snapchat that I get them. It's Twitter.
Oh, X. Well, that makes sense.
I don't hop on my Twitter. The only reason why I have it is to link, a certain website. And I went into the messages one day. I had a solid like 75 dick pics. I was like, what do I do with these? Like, do I put them in an envelope and like judge them and like write them back? Like 3 out of 10, you should probably get that removed.
Horrible angle. Try again.
Horrible angle. The lighting's shit.
You could just judge people's dicks on your OnlyFans. That'd be hilarious. Print them off. Be like, this one's mediocre. Like, and just go through and rate dicks that people would join in. That you might grow on that site if you just rate dicks.
The dude yearbook.
Yeah, the dude yearbook. Just rating dicks or pussy. You can send in pussy too. Whatever. No judge.
Rate them like Amazon reviews.
Yeah. Have your wife join in
stars.
too. Just like sitting there rating them. Like that's a weak cock. Like for real, step it up. Or you can just turn a page and be absolutely flabbergasted and be like,
so
it's the whole fucking 8x11. It's the whole thing.
I think I'm going to post it on. I didn't send it to you, Paul. Or did I send it to you? I may have sent it to you. I'll describe the video. But I woke up and it was a good dick day. And I was just rock hard. I was like, this shit won't go down. So I was like, let's see what I can do with it. So I put the selfie camera on my phone and I just put it on it. And I was like, I was looking down at it and I just put my hands in there and went, and the video ends.
You should have put it out online and said, this is what it looks like from her angle.
But I sent it to Lauren and Lauren's like, how'd you do that video? I was like, I put it on my dick. And she was like, it clicked for it.
We're turning around.
Stand.
Delete it. Your daughter's not going to fucking watch that.
1 out of 5 stars. 80 haircuts are back in, I guess.
Oh God, are we talking about mine?
No, we're
I was like, wait a second, my hair is fucked
we're
up.
talking about rating dicks and the dudes in the chat.
Yeah, some hairy dicks out there, man. Hairy dicks.
Is it offensive to judge? I don't know. I've never.
Here's the thing.
never.
They're sending them to you.
shame.
Yeah, they're sending them to you. Two, you don't tag their name. Just rate the dick. Like they'll know if it's theirs, bro. And 3,
I don't think I'm
yeah,
I'm not gonna say like you gotta anything about size. You can talk about like veins. You can talk about
look,
the
texture,
freckles,
color, I guess.
Shape of the head.
I don't know.
Colors. This dick is red.
Yeah.
You should
It's
probably get that
true
checked.
red rocket, man. Or like,
Oh.
remember when Bobby? Did you guys see the one about Bobby showing his dick to Tom Segura? And he's like, "Why so many colors?" He's like, and then his buddy
Yeah, I
goes
remember
through and explains the color change.
It's like
man, you're
Neapolitan
really
ice
good at
cream.
Yeah, it's like you're really good at this. That would be you. You're just explaining cocks.
For women that are listening to this podcast, you'll notice that 3 dudes all mutually said, "Never say it's smaller, or don't judge the size. Just judge what it looks like."
No,
Because
just
we're
one.
bros.
Just one dude said that.
Yeah, just
actually.
one guy
The
said
other-
that was you, bub.
You guys mutually agreed, though. Logan, I heard you. You were like, "Well, somebody clip that."
Someone,
We'll go back.
Someone challenge flag. Flag has been thrown.
Flag on the field.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. What about the buttholes?
You can do that too. Good job. I mean, it's OnlyFans, right? It's the limit is open, right?
No, I don't
know.
get the message. It's through Twitter, right?
Just
So
screenshot just the picture
Oh, yeah,
and then
yeah,
blow
yeah.
it up, and you got.
you're not
you can
allowed to
blow
do
it
that.
up. You can't. That's against the law.
No. Yeah,
Even if
you're
they
not
were
allowed to have any-
unsolicited.
Yeah, you can't have any nudity of any form other than your own, because like the verification process is very thorough. Like
I thought
they
you
saw-
were allowed to be full nude and fucking.
Well,
that
Also, like, I
Yeah, you
mean,
gotta send a
there's
photo
nothing
to
to
him.
say that something that was sent to him wasn't inappropriate.
or
you know what I
wrong
mean?
age.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's a huge risk. Yeah.
So then you don't. You just look at it and go like, "Holy!" And it's just your reaction of looking.
Oh, I could
at
do that
fans
on
sending
TikTok
you
though.
dick pics.
I
Yeah,
could do that on TikTok.
yeah, just reaction of
just sit on the couch, just right
and
over.
have your wife scroll like pick through and be like, "Look at this fucking one. This is embarrassment." And
My
all of a
wife
sudden
and
you're
I
like, "Oh my
judge
God."
unsolicited dick pics and asshole
Yeah.
pics.
Yeah, literally. Be like, "This is what
That
happens."
could be a
when people
good
send-
series.
Yeah, but when people send me fucking dick pics, I'm fucking gonna rate them. Can't see them, but I know.
There was one though that really brought up the Letterkenny reference for me. I was like, this does look like a mushroom in a cornfield.
Oh yeah, no, I believe that.
It
I was in
was
the
like
Army.
a little
I had a-
Mario field. Yeah.
I had a shower with other dudes, and sometimes I was like, "Damn!" And other times I'm like, "I do not envy you, bub."
I hope you're a shower, buddy.
Yeah,
Or a
hopefully
grower.
you grow. Yeah, hopefully you're a grower because you ain't a shower.
Nah. You saw me.
I mean,
once.
it goes both ways. There's some women out there. It's like, I don't know. Like, it's just, some of them are beautiful and some of them are just rough. Like a hand grenade in a roast beef sandwich. And we know some out there.
Ladies, there's either another vagina or a dick meant for yours.
Yeah, exactly.
It's out there.
There's one out there.
Like, I lived in Morrow County. The amount of couples that I saw that were like, no, you two are perfect for each other. Yeah.
Fair.
And the
See,
love they
I
have,
feel like that
another
happens
level.
in small towns. I feel like it does.
Speaking
Well, it's
of
because they're
ladies, though-
families. Yeah.
No,
TikTok.
They're families. Yeah.
Speaking of ladies and TikTok, have you guys seen the video of the guy who's on a boat and you can hear like "come here" or like "jump for me," and he is like cruising through the water like big ship, probably a fishing vessel, and you look, it shows on the camera like something at the speed of the ship swimming through the water, and you can see it like kind of pop up a little bit.
Excuse me.
I have to find it on.
Is
on
it a
TikTok,
mermaid? Are
but
you saying that there was a mermaid video and I
There-
have not seen this?
Not mermaids, possibly sirens.
Siren. So, I gotta
I think
see
I
this
have
shit.
seen that video, and I've seen somebody Photoshop like a girl falling into the pool, and it's her like face as she's falling into the pool, and it comes up and it's just looking at you, makes a scream, and goes back under.
Is that it? Is that it?
Can you send me that link on Facebook, Logan? I'll go ahead and pull it up.
He'll
for the
run it
stream.
right now. He'll run it right now, bro.
I have no idea where to find that. Let me see.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. You find it, let me know, and I'll pull it up.
Ooh. Yeah, I gotta see this shit. So here's the thing then. I guess we'll get into that. We'll just jump into conspiracies and we'll have a couple of those before we get off. But if we've talked about it before, if for you alone, we'll go one by one.
Yeah,
If there was a creature that exists that you think like, yeah, there's enough evidence for me to believe it's a thing, which one out of the like thousands of them are there to pick from? Which one
I
do you
would
pick from?
actually probably go the route of a goblin, like a small little goblin that, like goblins,
Like a little person, but like small little person, like proportionate size.
well, the thing about goblins is in like historical manner, they're known to cause bad luck and things that happen that can put people into almost final destination instances. And I think stuff like that happens because of goblins.
Is that like a Joe Rogan thing where he talks about the goblins in the inner dimensions when he's on his DMT trip? Like,
No,
there.
he talks about aliens. I just listened to the last episode, or not one of the last episodes with Post Malone. Did you just send that to me through Discord? I won't be able to check it through Discord since I'm using that up for streaming. Just toss it in the Facebook Messenger. I have you pulled up already.
I don't even have Facebook Messenger. What about if I throw it in the Twitch chat?
Yeah, that works. Somebody needs to come up with a way for people to stream independently and have a moderator actually pull this shit up for us. All right. Oh, shit. Oh, all right. Hold on a second. You guys are gonna see this.
You can just continue without logging in if you'd like.
What the fuck? I didn't see shit, but I hear it.
Yeah, no, that is that's crazy. I didn't see shit. I'm with Paul on that one, but the noise, something like that, like either somebody's on the top deck of that fishing vessel or
It's like all around. That's creepy.
it just sounded all around.
Scare me to the bone, dude.
There is one. I couldn't find the exact one that I saw, but there's one where he goes over it's the same guy. He goes over the side of the boat, and you can see something in the water at the same speed. It's far enough away that it's not awake from the boat.
You know what I really appreciate about TikTok?
What?
the fact that it's bringing in modern day fishermen into the situation, like on huge fishing vessels that are actually commercial fishermen, that shit
That
is
are
so
out there.
fascinating and shit. But that guy right there looked like a standard millennial out there fishing,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
a little younger.
I know some. I mean, I have a buddy that would drive all the way to New England like for 6 months of the year and go fucking fishing, dude. And he was doing like 72, 84 hour, like some crazy numbers straight, and then getting some payday, and then just going like crashing.
They
And the
make so
problem
much
is
money, especially commercial
lot of
tuna
them,
fishermen.
a lot of them do drugs. That's the problem. He's like, I couldn't compete. They were all on meth, and I was like, what? Like, imagine out on the ship, high seas, just working your ass off, just fucking zooting.
They have
Oh,
that tank chocolate, the Hitler's
yeah,
meth chocolate.
meth chocolate, just going ham.
Dude, I couldn't imagine being out there that long in the middle of the night. Like, I do actually. I take that back. When I've gone deep sea fishing, like there's 300 miles underneath of me. I'm like, or not 300 miles. What is it? Fucking,
Pretty sure
what am
some
I
places
thinking?
are like 3,000
3,000
feet.
feet.
Or,
Yeah, 3,000 feet.
what is it?
When you have
What's
that,
the longest trench? So trench is like a couple miles though. That's the deepest part.
I think it's like
It's like
30,000.
yeah,
Just 3,000. All right, take that into mind. Like, and you got a very, very deep trench. I'm over that, and I'm like, this water is so fucking clear. And the problem with it being clear is like you look down and it just gets blue, dark, dark blue, then black, and you can see all the way down. And you see big fish swimming. You're like, this is water I do not want to be having to sit in. I'm like, okay, I
yeah.
have,
Like if you fall overboard, you're just in it. You
dude,
don't see shit in the nighttime. Like that's my nah.
that
Like you're
TikTok trend
dying.
where kids are jumping off cruise ships in the middle of the night. I'm like, you die. Like they
You
they
die.
don't find you. They can't find you. And the amount of kids that have actually died from it, it's just I think it's like 3 or 4, but still that's a large number. Like don't fucking do that.
No. Now, if someone sees
Look
you
at
and they have time to do emergencies and they throw a buoy overboard, you might have a chance. They
Oh,
can
you
send
sent me
out
another video of it?
people to get you.
yeah,
but-
look at that second video because right at the beginning you get like a glimpse of what he's claiming is sirens. But dude, I can't for the life of me find that video that I saw, which is unfortunate.
No, that was like
Oh, I gotta
reload
watch
that.
this. I gotta watch this. Hold on.
Start it from the beginning.
Let me reload.
Is that the same guy? That's the same guy.
No, this is somebody else's video. He's stitching it and then he's being like cute about it. He's like, I'm gonna go find you. And I'm like, all right, yeah, cool. Yeah, let's see. Too much sauce 90 posted the original video. It kind of looks like rewatching this. Let me pull it back. So the thing about it is it's probably a sideways dolphin. And then it flips over and then the tail goes flat.
Or
That's
it's an
definitely
eel.
what that is.
Or it looks
No,
almost like
I
an
mean,
eel, dude.
here's the
I don't
thing.
think it's
It's
an
not
eel.
just like those
Oh,
are just a
wow.
couple examples of like modern day. But
Actually,
like Blackbeard wrote about it.
Actually, take a look at
Christopher Columbus wrote about it.
Take a look at the ripples on the water and the size of the raindrops. Oh wait, no, never mind. I actually see hair and I see arms.
Yeah, but
So,
here's my
I
thing.
think that's like a dark.
There's a
finned
lot
fish.
of people, but there's a lot of people
I don't
that
know.
like can get those suits where it's just the waist down that they use in like aquariums and shit. What's to say that this lady just jumped over for a quick video, dove down, boom, you think it's that, and then that's all you see. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, well, if there's one to fake being real, it's gonna be like a mermaid or shit, because that's easy.
Something
to
that's
fake her.
half
Yeah.
human.
Yeah, something like half. That's easy. Now, like Sasquatch, did you guys see the video of it out there in the area that was like, I guess, a suspect? It was all roped off, and like the cops were there before, set up cameras, and then you see this monster of a fucking thing lift up a whole tree and start chucking it around. That video blows my mind.
So I
But
just
this
had a
goes
random
so
thought.
much deeper than sirens, though. Like, if you look at Tucker Carlson's most recent video, and now he's talking about aliens are not from other planets, they are from under the sea. They're
Oh, yeah,
not
yeah.
from Mars, they are from under the sea. And he has an idea that it may be something, like he says that the spiritual implications are very heavy, which brought my mind to sirens and what I've seen recently.
Right.
Some of those videos that you guys just saw being some of those things. what if there's an entire society under the ocean that none of us know about? And you remember the UAP, the most recent video of the UAP that came flying out of the water at
Yeah.
an insane speed? No ship of ours could fly into the water and back out of the water into the air at the rate that that one did.
Yeah, no.
Imagine it's like an Aquaman situation. Like that
said
is the
this
most and easiest way to conceive of it is
so many
Aquaman.
times.
But
Have you guys seen the Meg 2, The Trench?
Yeah.
The
Yeah, I've
Jason
seen it.
Statham?
Yeah.
Where it's like the Marianas Trench, and then they realize there's like a layer that you can go through that goes even deeper. There's something like that. And then there's this layer of like almost like a cloud
So-
almost, and be separating the layers that you couldn't pass through unless you had like a special device or something. I don't know. But underneath, it's like water temperature was regulated, the pressure's normal, like not super fucking deep that will crush a submarine. And there's big shit that's growing underneath of it. For example, megalodons that are able to live down there. So
It's kind of like a hollow earthy feeling, like the
It
idea
does,
of
yeah.
it. It is. But no, I've said this before. Remember, we've been on on it before, and I said this many a times, and then I always reference The Abyss, the movie The Abyss. If you've ever seen that, that is truly what I think of when I think of an underwater alien, or what we consider alien civilization. That has been there way before us. Oh, I have to watch it. Yeah, it's a '90s
the
movie.
1989.
Or not 89.
El
yeah.
Dorado as well. They're saying that El Dorado was built under the ocean, which is why it hasn't been found. And the same with many early civilizations, or some have theorized that it was built underground, would be a better way to state that. But just to go on a little bit of a tangent here, 2nd century, more mermaid corpses found washed up on the beach. The governor of Gaul wrote a letter to the Emperor Augustus about mermaids. 18th century, Blackbeard wrote in his logbook about mermaids and avoids certain areas because of them. Christopher Columbus had sightings, which historians say are manatees. The Kai Islands, Japanese soldiers during World War II had
Sea
sightings. 1967, the Maine Islands. Tourist on a ferry saw a mermaid, claimed she had blonde hair and was eating raw salmon. 1998 in Kauai, 10 people claimed to see mermaid sighting. A diver managed to take a photo of the mermaid swimming past, and experts say that it's real. There's nothing about the photo that would indicate it's fake.
Do we have that photo? Can we find that photo?
Yeah, I've got it
I want
right
to see
here.
that photo.
I've got it right here. And then 2009, multiple sightings of a young mermaid, and NBC claims to have footage of the mermaid with a $1 million reward still available. 2012 in Zimbabwe, there was a sighting by dam workers who were trying to install a water pump for local agriculture, and the dams were blocked by a mermaid. I mean, this is not just like a one-time event or a couple
It's
of
happening
times
a lot.
things. This is since the 2nd century we have recorded sightings of
Are we able to get
these
this
creatures.
thing up?
And I'm not saying that they're necessarily I have it here. I'm not saying that they're necessarily mermaids or sirens traditionally as we understand them.
At least
But
share your screen on Discord. I'll see it on
I
that.
feel like I'll send it to you. But
Okay.
I feel like there is something that we do not understand of a higher intelligence that is lurking underneath
That's
the
the
ocean.
photo?
That's the photo.
Again, I don't know about that, dude. That's just like a blurry photo that someone could have taken under the water of any woman near a certain area. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's a kind of a letdown.
I can't see the photo.
He was 20 miles off the coast of Kauai.
20 miles, and he jumped in the water, or they were diving in this.
They were
video saw?
diving. They were diving.
How deep were they?
So some woman was out there swimming with him 20 miles from.
That's weird. Or he's lying, and they took this underneath and had some lady
The
do it with
photograph
them.
labs indicated that they had not been tampered with. So I'm not saying the photo is real. This is definitely a mermaid. I'm saying that the photograph is real and was not graphically altered.
Right, and I would just want to know more about that situation. That's crazy. I was expecting something different, like down on a reef or something, and these divers got her, and she's like peeping out the reef. Because like I've shown Sean the videos and pictures of the Bigfoots from discovering Bigfoot, and they still are disputing that. And that's where I'm saying, like, we have shit like in 4K video now, zoomed in on these motherfuckers, and like a fly lands on their eye, and we're like, yeah, that's real. There's no altering of the video. And that just is sad because like I've gone diving many times, and I have GoPros, used them. I feel like we could have done better. So I'm wondering why it was so blurry. But
Yeah, finding
you're never that's the same with everything.
yeah, finding videos of. So yeah, I'm very skeptical of any filmy or very grainy video that I receive or I see, just because I mean, let's be honest, like cameras nowadays should be able to handle it. Now, the zooming capabilities of newer phones, that's what's curious because when you see these types of creatures, it's either out of the side of your peripherals, and you like look and then you see it real quick, and you just manage to get the phone on it. The problem is a creature, if you see it, if it's something like that that's very evasive, even like even a black bear or a moose or deer, most of the time it's the same concept. You won't see them unless you actually catch up on them and you startle them, right? Most of the time you're not seeing it. That's why people sit in a fucking deer stand for 3 or 4 hours before they see a deer.
Logan,
I would imagine Bigfoot and
send
shit
it
like
to
that's
you.
the same as what I'm saying.
I'm gonna send it directly to you, this picture, and this is kind of like what I was expecting but this is a Bigfoot video.
I just went on a fucking like backwater
Oh.
adventure. I had myself muted. So I was looking at post-glacial sea level rise. So during the about 12,000 years ago was the Neolithic period, right? So the Neolithic period was or the revolution is how it's described, is when they started to discover agriculture and things like that. So it was also around the time of the Stone Age, right? 12,000 years ago, the ocean level compared to where it's at now was less, about 80,000, or sorry, 80 feet. 80 feet significant in the scale of like sea level, right?
Yeah, so there's a lot of areas that we have found civilization-wise that's underwater. Like you go to China, there's temples underwater because of the rise. You're going to Greece and early Mycenaean temples that are now below the Mediterranean sea level. Like that's all around the world. There's a bunch of places that we have not found because the oceans have rose or washed them completely away.
The thing about it is, like, the last glacial maximum was 20,000 years ago, right? They're saying that's when it was at about 120 feet below what current day sea level is. So you're looking at civilizations 20,000 years ago max. You should know everything in between that time frame. I would imagine, right? You've had to have at least 120 feet around all continents.
Here's
looked at
something
by now,
that
right?
is. This is what the only thing that irritates me about modern anthropology and archaeology is they're kind of stuck in their ways. The leader of the museum in Cairo on early human civilization is kind of boycotting this dig, but they're still trying to fund it. There's a dig right now going on in, if I believe it's Bosnia, I think it's Bosnia, and it's in the mountains. And this mountain range that they have found from Sky Video is too exactly precise. Like it's almost like a pyramid, but there's trees and soot and everything growing over it. And they're like, well, this is obviously, it's not too obvious, so we're not going to dig into it. Why are we blocking each other? Okay, whatever. They're not digging into it, and you're good. You're good. They do a dig, and they have now found that there are stones there that have been placed at the base of this, and they want to ask for more money. Everything is volunteer now because it's being blocked. And the reason it's being blocked is because the early carbon datings on these stones are about 37,000 years old.
Okay, and how far down was that found, you said?
Oh, at the base, it's about almost 20 feet dug under the base
So
of
like a
this so-called
bedrock
mountain or pyramid that they're calling it. But here's my thing: when we first found Chichen Itza covered in overgrowth,
Eating
when we
shits?
first found, we
Were
went
they
to
called
Peru.
shit eaters?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
covered with overgrowth. When we went to the Aztec temple and we discovered it covered with overgrowth. Early, any place we find, it's always covered with overgrowth, and we clean it. And they want to discover it. And the early tests make them show like, oh, it's within this time frame. It's with what we already believe. Go ahead and dig it. It's fully funded. But now when things get outside of their reach until it's completely proven, it's like they have to wait. Like Göbekli Tepe, when they first found that, first did the carbon datings, there was a lot of pushback because it pushed back the modern understanding of early civilization, and that scares people in that field, and I don't know why. Like I love finding like the idea of
Because it
finding shit
challenges everything that's come before them.
right. It proves like your theories can be wrong, but it also proves like we're way older than we think, way older,
Mhm.
and that's awesome. Like if you're in that field and you want to hold it to a standard and you want to like push back because it's gonna make you look bad, bro, fuck you and your ego. You're not getting paid enough anyway in the job you're in. I get it, but like help mankind. Like you don't become an anthropologist, archaeologist, paleontologist because you want to get just recognition. Like you can't. No one gets into that field because they just want recognition. Bullshit.
Mm,
Bullshit. Even if you're famous and like the people they've interviewed, it's like they originally know that where they're gonna be grinding in the pits for years in shitty locations.
I want to learn how to carbon date, like, and actually see reasonable
Like, with your own
testing done
eyes.
from like now all the way back 100 years, 500 years, 600 years, whatever, all the way back, and actually get an idea for carbon dating and the extent of accuracy that it has. I want to put
It's
my hands
usually
to it.
accurate within, if I believe correctly, within 700 years. So with under 1,000
Which
years.
is a nominal amount of time. That's nothing in the grand
Right.
scheme of
Wow.
human
That's
time.
nothing in the grand scheme. So that's why when they find
7
one
lifetimes,
that's
but in the
30
grand scheme of time.
right.
In
but
grand
when-
scheme of time, that's nothing. That's
Nothing.
a grain of sand. Yeah.
But when you find something that's double the age of our oldest thing we've ever found for quote unquote, modern civilization, that throws everything for a loop. And it's just like, why don't we do more research or get more funding for that kind of shit? It blows my mind for that.
No
I mean,
shit,
we should get
dude.
more funding for a lot of stuff. I get it, healthcare, science, whatever. But
You know
like,
why I was
still
so
think
fucking
it's important.
tempted to walk back to the back of your woods and see what you guys say you saw or heard?
Why?
Is so I could actually say, like, yeah, no, I believe in this now.
You will.
Like,
You will.
I believe carbon dating to the extent of,
Why-
yeah,
wait,
these
why
guys
didn't-
have to be very smart. This is the technology they're using. I believe it, but I'm not
Sir,
100% on board until I
You were
I actually see
here
it.
and you kept saying you were going to do it. And when you were actually here, we never did that.
Well, it's because I got fucking scared as shit, dude. It was pitch motherfucking black.
I
Like,
tried to tell you. I tried to tell you.
on the scale of your eyes adjusting to the dark, we sat there for 20 minutes for letting our eyes adjust to the dark. I still couldn't see shit. That's how fucking
told
dark
you.
it was. I was like, oh no, that's scary as fuck.
The only time I personally think it's scarier, 2 times, is if you go out there in an early spring when there's heavy fog.
Ooh.
That's terrifying in
Yeah.
those woods. And then
There's
2,
a cemetery back there, by the way.
multiple. There's more than one actually. But 2 is in wintertime during a full moon and there's no leaves and it's just lit up from the snow. Also
so you
creepy.
can see everything. You're like,
That's the
oh.
only time you can see everything at night in those woods. Is it has to be winter with snow on the ground. If not,
Isn't
you see
that-
nothing.
Isn't that crazy that, yeah, you can see it now, but it's still fucking terrifying because the fact of, oh, what if you saw something? You're like,
Now
oh,
you
shit.
see everything. Now
Yeah.
before you just heard shit. Now you see it.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's crazy.
Crazy.
That concept of like pitch fucking black too. Now you can see everything.
Like
You're
you
like,
think
no,
the dark forest, bub, like when it's in full bloom and like full bloom with leaves, and you walk it there at summer, you're not seeing shit. You're not seeing a damn thing. Just the flicker of a firefly every once in a while.
I couldn't imagine. Like, there's definitely a reason why mankind has cut down trees.
Oh yeah. Or why people are scared of the dark. Shit happens at night.
What if it's as simple as that? What if it's the government, not us wanting to know? That's the reason why they're okay with global warming. They're denying global warming because they're like, nah, fuck that shit. You really don't want to deal with what's in the trees.
Bro, we've
That's why
had
they could-
no
Or
snow this year.
Under the seas.
Under the
We've
sea.
had no snow that has actually we had snow that stuck for like 3 hours.
Yeah, no, it's
Dude,
been rough.
Since I've moved, you guys haven't had a really good snowfall. Even before I left, I hadn't
No.
really seen a
Last
good,
year
good
over Christmas,
snowfall.
we had snow. We had about 2 blizzard weekends where it was able to like good packing, good riding snow, and then other than that is trash. So like I got 2 good weekends last year here. for snowboarding.
2008 was the last really good snowstorm I remember in Ohio, and
Where it
before that,
lasted.
it was kind of like that every year, but that one really stood out.
Yeah, because it was our 8th grade going into freshman year.
Well, no,
of
I'm
high
saying that's when you guys had, or we had, week 2-3 weeks worth of actual snow that stuck on the ground. Like,
school. Oh yeah.
oh, you went through school, It's the
No, we got a
weekend.
week.
You go
If I
sledding.
remember correctly that time. We got like a week off from like snow.
Yeah, we
problems.
did. It was negative 20 degrees outside.
Almost
Yeah.
yearly, it was like that though, where you guaranteed almost a week off of school. Now
Yeah.
they don't have snow days really anymore because they don't have to fucking use them. You guys haven't
Yeah,
got
you go
anything
at
that
home.
sucks overnight?
No, they just now because of COVID, you're able to do work at home.
Oh, that's stupid.
They don't have.
No, we're
snow
talking
days.
about we're talking
talking
about
about snow.
yeah, like just we haven't had any snow to have a snow day.
Oh yeah, no. We had ice in 13, in 12 and 13. We had an ice storm that took out power, and we were out of school for like 3 days.
Yeah, mine was so when schools closed for 2 weeks back in '08 is because power went out, everything in the fridges died, and they couldn't get a delivery of food out, so they couldn't feed the kids. So that's the only reason why we were off. But that predates the fucking computers that every single kid in America has. So
True.
no school,
So
and it
true.
legitimately meant no school. You didn't do shit. You fucking hung out with your friends. You shoveled driveways to make an extra 10, $20.
You drank and sled.
Yeah, you got fucked up. Yeah, and you played Call of Duty with your boys.
Oh, dude, the amount of Call of Duty we played. That's when I really fell in love with
But-
zombies. That's where I got Fire
I
Farts
do-
911 as a gamer tag. Because
I do want to ask something, Logan. Did you look
So
at
did I.
those photos?
Yeah.
So what do you think? Those have been proven to be not altered, real, and the whole. I watched the documentary. What he did, it's a little cheesy and shitty, but like
Where's these
he was
photos?
out there in a ghillie suit for 72 hours to hide so that he could see these so-called lookers or watchers during the day. To like, I guess they're like a village dynamic that he has found up there in British Columbia, and those guys or gals, because one of them's a female, like watch to make sure see for things and then alert the rest of their people. And that's his claim. Like he's been doing this for years. He's got to know them, got to be able to be closer. And those photos are what he got. And there is a video of one. It's crazy where he's like looking under a log. I can send it to you if you go to Discord, buddy.
Hey,
But-
Paul, send it to me through Facebook.
Through
Just go to Facebook Messenger real quick. Oh, you probably don't
I'm
know
on
your
my
password.
yeah. I don't
Yeah.
do that on my on my PC. That's the only thing that's crappy.
How many people nowadays use a computer for Facebook?
No one.
No one.
I do
one
all
does
the
that.
fucking time.
You're an old man. You
No,
have
I
an
use
old
it for
man
marketing.
name.
Like I'm literally on it because I do marketing for other companies. That's always so I'm
That's
like,
the only reason
oh,
you do have it.
really? Facebook on the desktop is actually quite nice. Not gonna lie, I prefer it over my cell phone.
Really?
Dude, there's so much that you can do all on one screen on Facebook. It's fucking stupid. I actually genuinely really like it because you can message people while still browsing the stream. You can actually integrate with everything that's going on inside of Facebook, but it doesn't switch to a different slide like it does on
Maybe
mobile.
that's what people don't realize. They're like, you know what? It's time to get away from Facebook on the phones and just use it as a desktop thing. Like if they
Facebook-
had Discord like this
Oh,
in
dude,
Facebook, we'd probably be using that if it was just as good.
Facebook. Let's pitch it to Facebook and get so I can get a job. Let's do it.
Yeah, no shit.
I'll work
All
for
right, guys.
Facebook. I don't care. Like I know they pay their marketing team very fucking well, other than the ones they outsource for customer support. Fuck you, by the way, Facebook. Suck a dick.
Now you're not. Now you're not getting hired. You had a chance and it's gone.
Or Vagine, whatever you prefer to suck on.
You
Actually,
had me,
whatever
then you
you
lost
don't
me, then
prefer
you
to
had
suck
me.
on. That should be my new slur at people. Suck on whatever you prefer not to suck on.
That's not a good. That doesn't roll off the tongue. It has to roll off the tongue and be catchy for anyone to give a shit about.
Eat my asshole.
That it rolls off the tongue. No pun intended.
But
What?
there's people that would really love to eat my asshole. So I'm like,
Scared
uh,
to say that. Yeah, scared. All right. Well, I wanted to get into more, but I mean, we're almost out of time.
real quick, while I was talking about post-glacial sea level rise, one thing I wanted to point out is over the last 8,000 years, sea levels have changed over the course of feet, not hundreds, 20s,
I
nothing crazy. So, mind you, I said 10 to 12,000 years ago, sea level was at 80 feet less than what it is now. Over the last 8,000 years, it really hasn't changed more than 20 feet. No, actually,
That's
it hasn't changed
also-
over 20 feet. It hasn't changed over 10 feet,
Think about it this way, though.
which is weird.
Your pool is 20 feet deep versus your pool is 40 feet deep.
We could fucking dive off of it.
Think
There's
about
places-
that.
I've
though.
done diving.
You know what
where
I'm
go
saying?
scuba
Like
diving in 40 and
conceptually,
60 feet deep pools.
No, factually,
is-
like that's fucking nuts. Like you got
that's a
money.
lot. It's
That's what that
still
means.
It's still a
No, but I'm
lot, but in the
saying-
grand scheme, I think is what he's saying. It's not a lot.
it.
Right.
And listen, I know it's over 8,000 years, so we're thinking like, it's not that, but still, like, 20 feet is a lot, right?
Okay,
I mean,
but
imagine your dick
That's
just
house
grew by
level.
20 feet tomorrow,
Better-
right?
better
I mean, that's
Better
20
perspective.
feet is a lot.
I thought 4 inches was a lot. Wait, what?
Better perspective for our drinkers in the chat. Imagine having a shot and then having a shot that's 20 feet. You'd have to have multiple people hold the fucking shot glass for you.
That's where you went with it for an like imagery. That's what you came up with. I'm kind of disappointed in you.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the title for today's episode. Thank you so much for joining Drunk Discussions podcast. You guys can find us wherever podcasts can be found. I did not post last week's episode, so you're going to be getting a double come New Year's Day. So happy New Year's, everyone! Thank you so much for joining. And let's have a shot. Happy New Year's, gents. We made it. Well, as of recording, we may not, but we could make it to
Hopefully we do.
2024. So cheers, everyone. Love you all so much.
Cheers.
Another fucking year of doing this podcast, which
Super
is crazy.
stoked about it. We love
This
you
will-
all.
This is awesome. So love you all. Happy New Year's. Seriously,
New
Happy
Year's.
New Year's. And if you've had a good year, keep it good. You know,
Yeah.
if you've had a shitty year, now's the year to really make a change in whatever's going on.
I'll be back.
Hope you have a great New Year's. I will chat with you all later.